What's up guys, Chris here and welcome back to the new Professor Evil challenge. So this one's quite tough, but the early rounds are super boring. You just go for your 2-3 blade shooter and then you just send econ to around 10. So that's why I end up speeding this up until like the first rushes come. So just in case you're playing while you're watching, just pause it every now and then and you'll be good. But yeah, as I said, he's going to be rushing you on round, I think it's going to be round 13 with some leads and some ceramics. And then there's going to be a BFB on round 20, and then there's going to be a huge rush on round 23, I think. And there's pretty much no super easy way to beat that huge rush. But I think on this attempt, I beat it without leaking any lives or anything. So I think this is like the best way to beat that rush. But once again, it's pretty tough, requires some micro, so you might want to pay attention here. By the way guys, only a really small percentage of people that watch my videos are subscribed. I'm getting really close to 20,000 subscribers, so if you guys subscribe, that would really make my day. But yeah, enough self-advertising here. Let's focus on this challenge. So I'm thinking I'm going to use my first eco boost in round 7. As you can see, using round 7. As I mentioned, you want to go for a 2-3 tack shooter. And if you place it where I place it right there, you won't be leaking many lives at all. It's such a great tower. Yeah, just really awesome, really cheap. And yeah, round 8 I'm going to use my next eco boost, and the next one's probably going to be in round 10. And we're getting pretty close to 1000 eco. I don't think we're going to get quite there, but as soon as it's round 10 I recommend to stop sending eco, because you want to start getting up a bit more defense for those leads and ceramics. So I end up getting a mortar. You want to go for a 2-3 for the camo detection. And you want to go for another blade shooter. And the way I defend this rush here is by just boosting. You could go for blade maelstrom, but I just want to send eco. So as you can see, I'm just sending eco here. I'm going to sacrifice a boost for extra eco, which I'm going to need for sure. So the rush comes here. I did target my mortar at the beginning, which does end up helping out quite a bit. But you do want to target it back to the bend, which does a great job. And just while boosting, you will defend with ease. Of course, it does require a little micro. You could probably defend just by boosting instantly as well, so that's an easy rush to defend. Right here I'm speeding it up again. I'm just going to keep on sending. The aim is to go for 1350 eco. That's going to be enough. And what we're going to do here is we're going to go for 2 monkey villages. So you want both of them to be inside their range, so everything is cheaper. And you want to go for, eventually you want to go for a 2-1. So 2-1 villages, which increase the range and popping power by quite a bit, and of course attack speed. So we're going to need those for sure. As you can see, I'm getting them up to a 2-1. And you also want to put your mortar right where I targeted, right at that bend. And you never want to sell that one, okay? That's super important. That mortar is super important. It's for the camos and for the leads. And right here, I'm going for a bunch of 3-0 tack shooters, okay? So as you can see, a bunch of 3-0 tack shooters. They do a great job against the Moabs. And you don't want to boost here against this BFB. You just want to go for 2 blade maelstroms. So that's the tack shooter ability, where I place them right there, as you can see. And you want to go for as many of these attack sprays as possible. And they're going to do a great job at popping these Moabs and BFBs. And then when the balloons get, when the mobs get popped into balloons, you want to use both of your abilities, and that's going to be an easy defend. And now your aim is to go for a bunch of these tack sprayers. As you can see, I filled an entire lane of them. And since the mortars are really useful for mortar stalling, you want to go for a 0-0 village, and you want to stack as many mortars as possible in its range. Because as you know, the village does decrease the cost of any upgrades in its range, so that's going to save us a lot of money in the long run. And I end up going for more tack shooters here, because those are going to be blade maelstroms eventually. And now it's super important to go for the mortar ability, so that's really expensive. I go for more tack shooters here, but it's really important to go for your mortar ability, because you're going to need to sell and rebuy that at least like 5 or 6 times to defend this huge rush that's going to be incoming. Yeah, it's round 22, ceramics won't really do anything, and yeah, that mortar on the top, just leave it right where it is. That's going to pretty much save you, otherwise you will die to camos and leads. But yeah, it's round 23, the rush is going to be coming real soon. And And it's really important to use 2 boosts here. So just use them right when I use them. That's really important because yeah, with just 1 boost, I tried it and it didn't work out well. So yeah, that's perfect. We got our mortar ability and we're gonna go for one last tack shooter here. And yeah, so you'll see, it's gonna be boosting in a few seconds. Boom, boost. Okay, you boost when there are like a bunch of these tack shooters, okay? So that's gonna do a lot of damage to these BFBs and ZMGs. So we're gonna be popping the first ZMG, I think we're gonna be popping the next one as well. And if you get scary, just use 1 tack shooter ability and you will defend these balloons. I think I used 1 because it looked pretty scary. And now is when you start using your mortar ability. So you have a lot of time to upgrade the next ones because they do get stalled for quite a few seconds. So you want to use them also as late as possible. And that's when you use your next boost. Yeah, that's going to help you defend with ease. So just wait until these BFBs pop and then use your... Okay, wait, I didn't actually do that. Rip, yeah, that's going to hurt me quite a bit. But you want to wait until the BFBs pop down to Moabs and then you want to use your next ability. And here's, I think, the last one. And I can see we still have 3 Blade Maelstroms left. And I use all of them and that defends, okay? So you want 2 or 3, maybe even 4 Blade Maelstroms at the end there because they also do a lot of damage against balloons. So right when you see that there are a lot of ceramics and Moabs, you just want to use all of those abilities and that will defend, trust me. It's gonna take some practice, I guess. Yeah, here are the camels, by the way. It's gonna take some practice. It took me like 2 or 3 attempts to get this, so don't worry if it takes you a few attempts. I mean, it's gonna give you, I think, 1,000 medallions, so it's gonna be worth it, I guess. And yeah, around 26. I do send the BFB here, which is not gonna do anything. Nah, yeah, I thought it might kill him, but I think he ends up dying to AI balloons. Yeah, the Moabs in round 27 are actually going to be killing him because he's going to be selling all of those tack shooters. But yeah, just a recap, guys. Just get up a bunch of these, you know, those 3-0. Yeah, don't go for 3-1 tack shooters. Go for a bunch of 3-0 tack shooters. And you want 2 or 3 or 4 even Blade Maelstroms at the end. And you want to use your mortar abilities wisely, which means you want to use them when the mobs are getting far, because while using it, you know, the mobs get stalled and the tack shooters are going to destroy those Moabs and ceramics and whatnot. So as long as you use them wisely, you will end up beating this challenge. And yeah, thanks for watching, and I guess I'll see you guys in the next one.